After Chancellorsville, Letters from the Heart. Edited by Judith A. Bailey and Robert I. Cottam. Preface. It is an understatement to say that interest in the American Civil War has never been greater. Battles and generalship have been studied and restudied. Scholarly works appear regularly on virtually every facet of the war, and reenactors by the tens of thousands have taken the field in search of the Civil War experience. For various reasons, large numbers of Americans in the last months of the 20th century long to know what their forebears faced and endured, what they thought and felt, how they lived, and why they died. We want to know what kind of men and women fought the war, at home and at the front, how they differed from us, for surely they must have been different to endure so much so stoically, and in what ways can we perhaps identify qualities we still share. Their lives generally astonish, leaving us stunned at contemplation of their bravery and sacrifice. Revived interest has spawned renewed efforts to preserve papers and artifacts once so casually tossed away. As caches of letters surface from attics, basements, and ancient roll-top desks, we gain clear glimpses of Civil War lives. In some cases, they lead us to places far into the past. In other cases, we are given cause to wonder if we are so far removed from them after all. The letters Walter G. Dunn and Mary Emma Randolph wrote to one another are just such a discovery. Walter was 17 when the war broke out, Emma 16. If they cared about sectional politics, beyond the firm conviction that the Union must be preserved, it remained unwritten. Walter enlisted in August 1862, a time when volunteers came to the flag knowing that the war was no longer a lark. Added to his patriotism was a sense of family history. His grandfather had served in the Revolution and had returned to a household that had been ransacked by British troops. Walter carried with him a portfolio by which he corresponded regularly with a dozen friends from home. One of them was Emma, a distant cousin who at 17 was so attractive she entertained 5 different suitors. Surviving letters begin in July 1863, 2 months after Walter was severely wounded at Chancellorsville and reassigned to a hospital in Baltimore. With a Confederate Minié ball still in his shoulder, he assisted surgeons as the wounded from Gettysburg poured into the already crowded wards. Though his arm was weak, his eye was clear, and he presented his cousin with a first-hand look at Baltimore in wartime. Emma wrote back with growing interest in the young man, though we will never know how much. The following summer, when Confederates again marched through Maryland, Walter burned her letters, leaving to posterity a correspondence that is lamentably one-sided.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?